Okay guys, so this is going to be another top 10 list, and this is going to be independent heroes. So without further ado, we're going to go right into number 10 with Rick Grimes from the Walking Dead series. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I pick such a miscellaneous character, Walking Dead, he doesn't have any powers. Or Rick Grimes doesn't have any powers. It's the reason why he's human. I mean, Batman doesn't have any powers. Or Batman doesn't have any powers, and people like him. But it's what he does throughout the Walking Dead series is just fantastic. This is a guy you want to hang out with on a zombie apocalypse, but he's been through so much shit throughout the comics. I can only imagine what they're going to put him through on the show. So he's a very interesting character, even though powerless, and he's just a basic human living in a world gone to hell, and I think that's a pretty cool idea. I mean, here's a guy who's willing to just he's basically been destroyed, put back up, and destroyed again. So yeah, and it's not only zombies he has to deal with. He has to deal with cults, other human. Basically, zombies aren't the only real threat in his universe. So yeah, he's up there. He's up there on the top 10, and like I said, this is a guy you want on your side during a zombie apocalypse, because this dude knows how to survive. I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, Rick Grimes, cool guy. On to number 9. Now, number 9 is actually from a Wildstorm character, and he's also a Gen 13 character. So here he is, Grunge. Grunge from Gen 13. He's pretty much my favorite character in Gen 13. I think he's funny, he's cool, and I think his powers are cool, because I normally thought he was just super strong. That's what I originally thought. But it turns out, but now I've really learned that he can absorb powers and intelligence. So he's basically the rogue of the Wildstorm universe. Only he has control over his powers, and I think that's really cool. And he's like the comedic relief. Like, I know his girlfriend is Freefall, aka Roxy, and it's always fun to see those two, bicker and argue. And he's always looking at all the other women. I think it's always funny just to watch him like drool over some woman, some new girl he meets, or something. Because let's just say he can't keep it in his pants sometimes. He's just a funny as hell character, but he can be tough when he wants to be. And I really do when he meets, when they do crossovers and Grunge's expression with other girls. It's just funny as hell to see. But yeah, I even liked when they did that crossover where Grunge had to go through different universes, like the Archie universe. He had to go through Archie, Strangers in Paradise, Bone. I really like that. Just him traveling through a bunch of these independent comics all by himself, and meeting all these different characters along the way. I thought that was a pretty fun concept. But yeah, I'm really hoping him and the rest of the Gen 13 characters get into become DC Universe characters, because I don't want to see him just gone. I don't want to see this character just gone. But yeah. Number 8 is a very powerful female character, and I think you know who I'm talking about. Straight out of the Top Cow universe, I give you Sarah Pazzini, aka the Witchblade. Man, I've loved this comic ever since I started. I haven't managed to read any of Ron Mars's new run, but I've managed to read a lot of the old stuff with the Witchblade and a lot of the majority of the crossovers. I gotta say, man, she is a great character. She's this kick-ass, take no prisoners type of cop. She's also like one of the most powerful beings in Top Cow, and she's only getting stronger, people. I do like her relationship with Jackie. Jackie Estacado, the Darkness. That's always fun. I also like their daughter Hope. I thought that was a smart move. I thought that was an interesting move. That's the better word I was looking for. But yeah, her powers are always awesome. I kind of don't mind that they made the Witchblade armor like full body, and not like the whole striptease look. It looked like a bikini or whatever. I don't mind that. I think it actually, but they made it. I thought, okay, if they're gonna make it, they better make it work, and they did. I mean, look at this picture right here. they certainly show that they can make a costume change and make it work. Like I said, even as a cop, she's also a great detective. She's a great detective. She's an excellent fighter without the Witchblade, and she's basically become like a mainstay in the Top Cow universe. But one thing I don't get is she like a straight up Image character or a Top Cow character? I know Image owns Top Cow, but it's kind of like, it's kind of like separate universes. But which does she really belong? Which universe does the Witchblade really belong to? Top Cow or Image? That's what I've always because she's in both comics. So yeah, more or less, if someone can give me a straight answer on that, that'd be fine. I could go on and on about Sarah. I kind of like the other person I'm forgetting her name, but I dug her as well as Witchblade. But Sarah is, in my opinion, the real Witchblade, and that's the person I like. Not saying the other one was bad. I'm just saying I preferred Sarah over the other one, who I'm still forgetting the name. But going on to number 7. Number 7, you just need to sum up this guy in 3 words. I am the law. Well, 4 words. 4 words, there's the better word. 4 words. But yeah, Judge Dredd. Man, I love this character. Straight out of 4080 comics, or Rebellion comics, or whatever the hell they call themselves. Yeah, this is a character that has badass written all over him. And I'm one of those few people who like the movie with Sylvester Stallone in it. I'm one of those few people. I never saw a problem with it. I thought Stallone nailed the character of Dredd. I think he's always this cool character. I mean, he doesn't have any real powers, but he's a expert trained warrior. He's got the lawgiver, the lawmaster, his bike. Just this all-around badass, and you gotta love his catchphrase, I am the law. Man, I love that. And you're badass when Anthrax does a song about you, or better yet, a whole album about the character of Judge Dredd. Yeah, for those who don't know, they did a whole album about Judge Dredd, the band Anthrax. So, yeah, total freaking win. But yeah, I can't wait for the new movie coming out with Karl Urban as Dredd. I can't wait. I really want to see how Karl Urban plays the character of Dredd, and I'm really interested of what story they're gonna go with, because there's so many, and he's got 1,700 something issues. It's mind-boggling that this character's managed to last throughout the ages as just an independent character. So props to everyone in 4000 AD Comics, and here's to Judge Dredd. Keep trucking on, But, yeah, now we're going to move on to the number 6. Now, number 6 is another Wildstorm character, but he was also, like Grunge, an Image character, and he's also from another popular team. And, that is Kool Cash, a.k.a. the Grifter. Man, Grifter's when you think, for those who think Wildcats, who are Wildcats fans, when you think Wildcats, you think of Grifter, alright? Mercenary turned psychic superhero, all around, just an awesome character. He's also like a regular Joe with superpowers. He's not really bad, but he's in it for the money. He's also my favorite Wildcat. Not saying I love the other characters like Maul, Zealot, Warblade. Love those characters. It's pretty cool, and I thought that was he's just this awesome character. Him and the rest of the Wildcats need to be put in the DC universe. I'd like to see them as a covert ops group. I think they'd work really well in there. Because DC doesn't really have, outside of Suicide Squad, I can't really think of any other covert ops group. And besides, Wildcats versus Suicide Squad, or Wildcats versus Secret Six. You can't tell me that people have thought about that fight of a team battle like that. But yeah, these are just my top 10 through 6 of my favorite independent superheroes. Well, heroes, I guess you could call them. They're not exactly super for most of them. But yeah, more or less, stay tuned because the top 5 are going to be in the next video. So I'll see you all then.